Hello everyone and welcome back to the dimension. Friends, today we are going to explore the connection between the handrail post and the beam. In general, beam are always mounted on the top side of the beam, but sometimes what happens, the post we need to fix it outside the beam. In that case, generally we are using such kind of connection like a extension curve, extension double plate, side plate, and stringer extension L profile, and simple with a stiffener plate connection. So let's begin. First of all, you need to open the Tekla interface. You can see here. Then I'm going to put some column and beam for the reference only. Suppose I'm picking this point and putting one column. In general, you can take any profile for this column because it's general for demonstration purpose. So we can take any one, like I'm taking 356.51 kg, and I keep the orientation as it is. And similarly, I will put another column here and one more here. Okay. In the similar way, I'm going to put some beam over the column. Like this one is our first point and this one is our second point. Similarly, I'm going to put another beam between this column, other side also. You can also copy this beam and paste it to another grid. So this is our one of the small platform, and we are going to put one handrail here, and then we will create some connection for the post of handrail. So this one is our grid A and grid B along with 1, 2, 3 in a perpendicular direction. So I'm just going to open the grid one. So first you need to create the grid view. Okay, now I'm selecting the grid A. So this is our one of the platform in a 5 meter. First we need to put some reference line to create the handrail and it's a post. So go to the edit and select the construction line. Take the perpendicular direction. Suppose I move it to 600 or 500 mm from the top of steel or top of beam. Suppose I put it to 600 and I will offset one more line from here at 500 mm distance. So we have two different line. One is of 600 and another is a 500 mm offset from this beam. In general, from the one post to another post, we are taking the maximum 1500 mm distance for the handrail. Suppose this one is our first post center line and I wanted to move it from this grid to that one at 250 mm. Okay, now copy this vertical line and move it to other direction near to grid B and put the distance near about 1500 mm. Another one that will also in 15 meters. The third one, which is also equal. In the similar way, put another at the same distance. You can also take the linear copy option instead of putting individually. So here is a number of vertical line, and we are going to put the post in between this vertical line. So select the beam or column here, pick the first point in the middle of the beam, or you can also take the top point and another point at the reference with the top construction line. Select this beam and select the profile of the pipe. Here there is no one Indian standard are not available, so I am just using the simply circular hollow section for the pipe. Suppose I am taking it near about 50 and the thickness near about 4 millimeter, and you can also define the class. In the horizontal position I am taking the middle one. If you see in 3D, you can see here the post is in the proper position of middle of this beam. If you want to put offset one, so here you can see the post is in the middle of this column. Suppose I move it to 50 or 70 millimeter away from this beam or column. So take this one as a reference and put the value like a 60 millimeter from this corner. You can measure it. So this one is our first post. Just right click and copy this post from this point to here, or you can also take the copy linear direction. Here we need to put the 6 number of pieces in this horizontal direction, and every one is 15 millimeter away from the previous one, from this point to this point. Copy. So, number of quantity, that will be 6. Okay, so first we need to set the origin. I'm going to put another post that will be not 1500, I'm taking it near about 1000 millimeter. So we can finish this post near to this column. All are offset from this beam. Now again go to the poly beam. First we need to on the center line of part, select this one, then click on modify, apply, OK. Now we have the center line of every part. Go to the poly beam, select the midpoint of this post, then pick the intersection point, this corner, and go to the other one, that which is near about to 12 meter. select this beam, then put the match property with this beam, then click on the modify. Here again we will select the middle one. So this one is our handrail. Select this handrail and move the center of this handrail to the previous post. In the similar way, we will put intermediate beam between this post. From here to here. So also offset from the previous member. So again we need to move it. Select every member, then move it to the intersection point of this center line. Now we have our handrail. You can see here the sharp corner. Just off this direct modification, then select the poly beam, press Ctrl, then select this two corner which is equal to 100, and then click on modify. In the similar way, select these two corners, go through the rounding and put the 100 or any other value. So this is our handle. Now we are going to the connection between the post and the beam. When we have a such condition like a handle posted outside of this beam or column, in that case we will increase the length of this post. Suppose I am moving it to up to the midline of this beam. Or we can also take a bit lower. Suppose I am taking it 50 mm lower from the center of this beam. Okay, this one is our post. Now we are going to put the connection between this post and beam. So we have some tools. Just put the handle connection or simply handle in the application and component which is in our last icon. Then you can see number of options you have, like this one, extension curve. Select this connection, then click on the beam, then select the post. Okay. You can see here one connection is created here, and if you wanted to see it in other direction, that will be shown like this. There is a one simple in plate and pipe. One elbow is connected here with this post, and the entire plate will be welded with this post. If you see the welding of this connection, then this plate is come with this vertical post. If you want to edit it, just click on the component, and here you can put the value, like I wanted to fix this post in the midpoint in a horizontal direction of this plate. then put the 0 here. In the similar way, in the vertical direction I also wanted to put this elbow or post in the middle of this plate. In the similar way, here you can set the vertical orientation of this plate. Suppose I am putting it 150, then it will be 150 mm below from this top of a steel. And you can also put the inner radius of this elbow. Connecting plate. Here define the thickness of this plate. Suppose I am taking it's 8 mm. Put P and 1 here. You can also define the material like a 2062, and name of this plate is given as a plate. Now we are coming in the bolt. In general, we are taking 12 to 16 M16 for the bolting purpose. So here you need to go with the 4.6 XOX connection, and 12 M12 or M16 you can select here. Put the tolerance 1.5 to 2 mm for this bolt hole. Here you can also define the number of bolt here. Suppose I am taking it 100 mm in a horizontal direction and 100 mm from vertical direction. It's a little bit higher, so we will go with 80 mm. Now our connection is almost ready. You can see it. Still we have some less margin for this hole. That's why this component show yellow color. If you put this 12, then it will be automatically convert into blue color. It means that our connection is safe. Okay. Now moving ahead, we have another option, extension double plate. In that connection, simply select this tool, then select the beam, then click on the post. Then you can see there is two. Another is connecting this in plate with the post. And simply, if you want to edit some parameter in this connection, here you can also find. Here we can set the orientation of this plate, like suppose we are taking 100 mm from the top of the steel, then it will move higher. It's too close with the root radius of this beam, so we just move slightly below. So 150 is more than sufficient. Here you can also define the thickness of this in plate like a 10, and this one we are taking it 8 mm. Again, we need to specify the bolting, so we go with the 12 M12. In a similar way, we are taking two bolt in column wise, which will be 90, and 2 bolt in a row wise, that will also in 90 mm distance. Select this icon, then click on modify. It's too close, so this parameter is much suited for this connection. Just click on apply and OK. If you see more, then this one is the extension side plate. This connection we can use when our post is near slightly near about this beam. If we have such a distance, then we cannot apply this connection. If you want to see, then select this tool, then click on this post. Then you can see here this in plate is connected with the web of this beam, and still our post is separate from this in connection. So such kind of connection is not applicable in our cases. Another connection is a number 86 extension side plate. We can apply here. Just click on this beam, then select the post. You can see here one plate is connected with the beam and this post, and we have some options to create bolting in the post, which is generally we are not using. Here you can set the parameter, like this one is near about 10 mm offset from the outer edge. You can also set the bottom of this post from midpoint of this plate. Suppose this one is near about 75. You can also define the bolting. If we talk about the other one, which is a string extension L proof, this means in this connection we are using one angle to connect the post with the beam, and we have some options to set the orientation of this angle. You can put the angle side beside the post. If you want to move this angle to the outside of this pole, then you go with this third option. If you want two angle, then move the last one. Here you can also set the orientation of this post. This one is a more suitable for such kind of connection. We need to put one cut here, or we need to provide some cut for the post to make the intersection of this post and plate. Here we need to define the size of this angle, and here we can also fix the position of this angle. So we have some number of options to create our one choice of connection between this post and this beam. And the third one, last one, is our extension stiffener. So select this tool, then click on the beam, then select the post. Friends, if you see this connection, then you can observe it. There is one stiffener of this beam and another plate are connecting this stiffener to the post. Here you can also modify this connection. If you want to put the position of this plate from the top of the steel, suppose I'm putting it near about 50, then the position of this plate will be moved. Suppose I put it 20 mm, then it will be moved upside. Here you can also fix the position of this plate. Here we need to define the thickness of this plate, width and height. And for the connecting plate, we need to put the thickness. Here you can specify the fillet size of this stiffener, and again in bolting we need to specify the bolt parameter. If you want only 2 bolt, then you can put the value. Here. So this is all about the connection of a post when our handrail is outside of this beam. Friends, if you like this video, then hit the subscribe button and share with your friends. And friends, please comment us what kind of video you wanted to see related to the Tekla structure. We will make another video on this topic. So thanks for giving your time. Thank you very much.